Would you pay a doctor to build you a house? Probably not. Well, this medical company received a $432 million contract to help solve the migration crisis in New York City, despite having no experience ever working in this field. DocGo specialized in mobile medical care. The company was previously hired by the city to provide COVID-19 testing and vaccinations. Now, it has received a contract from Mayor Eric Adams without going through a competitive bidding process. The contract will allow DocGo to provide services specific to the migration crisis, like housing, case management, medical care, food, transportation, lodging, and security, even though, again, it has no prior experience doing so. And it shows. Local authorities are frustrated by the poor communication and coordination between DocGo and other agencies that are equipped to assist migrants. Migrants themselves have said that they've been misguided, noting that information related to their cases has been lost in the mail, and they've received questionable work eligibility and residency letters on what looked like fake letterhead. Some migrants have reportedly been threatened by security guards hired by DocGo. The contract terms have raised some questions as well, such as who's really benefiting here. For example, the contract requires the city to pay DocGo $170 per hotel room a night to house migrants. If the hotel rooms end up costing less, the company can pocket the difference. DocGo has stated that it isn't profiting off the rate, but it allowed the city to set a specific rate to avoid price spikes and to offset differences between hotel rates in New York City and upstate. Then again, DocGo told investors in August that it was counting on $300 million in net revenue from the contract and projected a 35% gross profit margin through the end of 2023. The contract comes at a tense time. More than 100,000 migrants have arrived in New York City since the spring of 2022. Mayor Eric Adams has publicly said that the issue will destroy New York and cost the city $12 billion over the next 3 years. Some Democrats have criticized Adams for the way he's handled the situation. And now, the city comptroller Brad Lander has initiated an audit to look into the contract. The comptroller's office said that the DocGo contract took effect on May 5th, but it didn't see it until August 16th. The office also found reason to believe DocGo's subcontractors were not being properly screened. If DocGo were to collect the maximum value of the $432 million, it would receive 10% of New York City's estimated 2-year cost for migrant care. In addition to the audit, Lander has said that he might use his authority as comptroller to restrict Adams' ability to quickly enter emergency contracts, which means that Adams won't be able to make spending decisions unilaterally. This controversy serves as a reminder of the power that elected officials hold, especially in an emergency. Historically, migrants are great for cities' growth, and this is especially true for cities facing labor shortages. And after all, the U.S. was built on the backs of immigrants.